everybody! CW here. I want to load some 3220s. We've been on a kick a little bit with that lever action, and my single shot has been whining in the corner. And truthfully, it hasn't been out in a while. And I quickly worked up this load here, which is with my cast bullet, 140 grain MP cast bullet. And the story behind this mold is it was borrowed from a friend of mine, and he decided he didn't want it, so we worked out a trade and we swapped some stuff, and I ended up getting the mold for myself. So now I own the mold. Not that it makes any difference. I had plenty of bullets made, but now I have the mold for my own. This is cast out of 20-to-1 alloy, so I should actually see some mushrooming. This bullet is heavy for caliber, but I'm going to show you the rifle here in a second. We're going to load them up a ladder, and I'm going to kind of flesh out this load. I think this load was 9 grains, something like that. Anyway, we're gonna start at about 8.5, 8.7. I think I started at, and we are going to work up in just a few tenths, all the way up to what Quick Load says is a maximum, which is I think it was 11 grains, 10.5 grains of 2400. I'm not looking for velocity per se. I'm looking for accuracy. So anywhere, any of these loads that produce the best group are what I'm going to go with. This bullet with 20-to-1 should get good expansion anytime after 12 or 1300 feet per second. So if I start pushing upwards of 1800 or so, I'm probably way more than I need. We're going to be loading them on RCBS dies, and again 2400 powder. And I've got 50 brand new Remington Peters cases here. They're all prepped. So we're only, Winchester cases. I thought they were Remington. Winchester cases. So we are not going to do the complete process. A very important step has been omitted. We're only going to be charging powder and seeding bullets. And let me show you the rifle. Here's the rifle. This is an H&R SB2. This is actually an Ultra, and you can tell that by the really shiny receiver. This was an Ultra receiver, and what I did here was, this was a 20 gauge, I believe, not that it matters, barrel that was I fit to the action. And then I sent it to a friend I had on another forum, and he fitted a Smelly, an Enfield SMLE barrel, takeoff barrel, to it from a 303 British, because that's the same 314, 312 bore. And the rifling is pretty good in it. And here's how he did it. He actually got a little fancy on this one. And that little bulbous ring you see there, that is actually a piece of the 20 gauge barrel that he machined to fit over this barrel in that exact position, because it serves as a lug to hold the fore end on. And what I've got for wood on here is H&R made a bunch of different laminate stocks. Probably Boyd's made it for them. But they had a bunch of different laminate stocks. And I've had about all the colors. I was a bit of an H&R nut in the day. And I like this black one, so this one stayed on here. And I fit it for a recoil pad. And I think this is actually a Marlin recoil pad, because it doesn't need recoil reduction or absorption. It just needs to stick to your shoulder nicely. So I think that's a Marlin pad that I put on there. And for glass, it's got some really good old Redfield 6 power with a bit of a fancy reticle. Let's see if by chance I've had some good luck. Let's see if I can blow my luck, show you what this reticle looks like. Oh, look at there. It's gonna at least get us a picture, if it'll focus. It's a ring It's a TV view. Sorry. The eye box is small, but it's a tapered crosshair with a ring. Wish it would focus better. It kind of does, and then we lose it. I move my hands. But it's a nice reticle for target shooting. Okay, enough of that. Getting you dizzy. And I've got a bubble level on there, and I've got a cleat for a light, because this, I thought this might see use as like a what's in the garbage gun, but I never have. The barrel is moderate taper. It's probably about, I don't think it's 800, it's probably 780, 760 at the muzzle. There we go. And he put a nice crown on it. And it's about 22 inches long. So there's the gun. And it's shot really good for me with a couple different loads. And I want to shoot cast in it. So let's get over and start assembling some loads. Okay, the one step that I didn't do is they need to be flared so that the bullets will seat down in nicely. And what that is just putting a little bit of a flare on the end of the case so that the bullet will sit down in there and be able to be seated straight. Without it, you're going to gouge the sides of your bullet, and it's not gonna want to go in. Not gonna sit there at all. If you had a taper in the front, it would go right in, but because the base is flat and square, it doesn't go in. So we need to do a little bit of a taper there. So I'm gonna put you in speedy mode, and I'm gonna run through all these really quick. Stand by. Okay, that's all done. I just seated our first bullet just to check the setup. It looks really good. I said Winchester case. And I did start out at 8.7 grains. We're going to set this Charge Master up here to automatically dispense. We're going to do 10 of each, jump about 3/10. Let me see, 3/10, that's going to give us 8, 7, 9, 9, 3, 9, 6, 9, 9. Yeah, that'll work, 3/10. All right, stand by. There we go. We've got them all done. Hold on tight. Zoom you in here if I can. There we go. And there's Ellie came to see us. There's my good girl. Yeah, she's a good girl. We've got 10 of each. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And we'll get to the range and try them out. So I'll take you along for that too. So there we go. A lot of slow-mo, a lot of, not slow-mo, time-lapse, speedy mode as I call it. But hopefully more enjoyment. And like I said, we'll get to the range and shoot this. It's a fun rifle to shoot. Usually it's pretty accurate. And we'll see what we get. God bless everybody. CW out.